Well, with my roommate, we had a basic understanding during orientation what we would be expected to do and like things that we should have communicated while we were during orientation. So I think for us, it was more of we had the same like ideas of how we would, treat our rooms and how we would treat each other. So I feel like if you have a basic respect for your roommate, then everything will be fine.
The first couple of days, I was very homesick. And to make it feel more like home, I had my family send me pictures and I have them up around my room. Also, I have some artwork from the town that I bought that I think reminds me a lot of my hometown, that whenever I feel homesick, I just look at and it reminds me of my family.
Me and my roommates, at the beginning we were just like, oh, let's not decorate, we're only gonna be here for a semester, it will be fine. And then it started getting like, we're getting closer and we're starting to become like more into like settling into the room. And so we actually did decide to like get stuff and put lights and get comfortable and like make it your own. And everyone, like all of our roommates were different, so we all had like a different style and like everyone's bed looked so different, so it was really nice just to have a little piece of you in the room.
The best way to deal with homesickness for me was decorating my room. I love to draw and my room at home is just filled with paintings and art and posters. So I really got to drawing and I was collecting like brochures around the city, going to museums, getting little posters, certificates, just to hang up in my room and make it cluttered and just make it my own space. That really helped me.
I would say definitely like the first week I was here, I went to the Primark with my roommates and we all got a bunch of stuff that reminded us of what we had at home, and that's still up in our room. So every time I see that, it makes me feel a little bit closer.
So me and my roommate, we bought this tapestry and we put it on our roof because we just wanted it to, and then we both had LEDs back home. So we bought some LEDs and we lined it up around the floor of our room. So anytime we feel homesick or anything, we'll just turn the lights on and then we'll just listen to music and stuff like that.
The first thing that I did was I went to the store and got a bunch of room decor. I think one of the most important things that we kind of undermine is how important our surrounding is to our mental well-being. So really decorating my surroundings to how I like it really helped build that environment for me. So now every time I walk into my room, it's a very safe environment for me. And I'm comfortable enough to do my work or to just relax and rest. So I think the first thing you should do is really decorate that room and make it yours.
I brought like a couple of things, like a couple of decorations that I had like from my house, like posters and like little knickknacks and stuff that I had from home, and like a couple of pictures of like me, my friends, and like my family and everything. So just kind of like, I'd say like bring like a couple things that you can like from your room to kind of like make it feel like more like your house. Like I'd say like kind of having like a dull room would make you like feel more like you're somewhere else rather than like your room, which is like, since the residency is gonna kind of be your home for like the next couple of.
I actually brought a lot of pictures from home and I filled it up with some color. My favorite color is pink, so I had a lot of pink decorations. I got a pink blanket and it just made me feel more like home.
The upside, I wouldn't say there's a lot, but coming in, like, let's say, because it's Seville, everybody parties, right? I feel like one of the upsides would be like when you're home sleeping, you will hear people like come in at different times of the night and stuff like that, but there's really not a lot. And people like to touch a lot of your stuff in the fridge, so.
It was pretty interesting. It was kind of like a college dorm, but in the middle of a city and with all the people that you're studying with in class. It was pretty fun, I thought. Yeah.
That was kind of difficult. In the beginning, once like the 90-day kids came in, we were just like, let's go by floors. So there's like 3 floors. And like in Spain, floor 0 is still a floor. Like it's 0, 1, 2, 3. So technically we have 4 floors. So we were like, on Monday, Tuesday, we could do like the first floor and everyone will get their stuff done. But then not everyone's as organized as we like thought it was gonna work out. So it just kind of like, is we have like a group chat on Snapchat, and so we're like, hey, whose ever stuff is in the dryer, please take it out. Or we'll have Mabel or Jose say like, hey, someone's stuff is in the washer. And then a lot of people had to learn like, you can't go to class and then leave your clothes in the washer or in the dryer and not expect someone to like move it or like say, hey, you need to get your stuff out of the washer. So that was kind of difficult, but I mean, we all like took turns and we all said like, hey, I'm going next after blah, 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 or something like that. So it ended up okay.
Like everything, definitely. Anything you can think of that might annoy you or might annoy them, you need to like hammer down the first week. Even my roommate woke me up this morning before she went to class, and I'd say just writing things in like that you might not think about, because that isn't in our roommate agreement, and so now I'm still dealing with it. But just anything that you think could be relevant, especially about making noise when other people are sleeping.
I'm in the other building, so it's like kind of different for me, but I think the best part about that is, again, you meet more people, and like I know that sometimes when I would forget my clothes in the dryer, like people will take it out for me and just place it there nicely. So you have that sense of like collaboration, and it builds relationships in a way, but I think a really important part is also managing time properly. And like really knowing, communicating with the people you share, who's going next and like when you want to go, and just having that sort of collaboration is important, I think.